In this question, the balance sheet of ABC Limited is given and we are required to prepare the statement of changes in working capital. So in balance sheet we can see various balance sheet elements like the liabilities and the assets. So the liabilities like share capital, profit and loss account, reserves, sundry creditors, bills payable, bank overdraft, provision for taxation is given, and the assets like goodwill, land and building, plant and machinery, stocks, sundry debtors, bills receivables and cash is given. Along with that, there are some other additional information. The company has given an interim dividend of rupees 2600. The company has paid income tax amounted to rupees 25,000 and the net profit before tax was 62,530. So with this information, we have to prepare the statement of changes in working capital. So the first point to note is that while preparing the statement of changes in working capital, we will consider only the balance sheet part. That is, here we will consider only the balance sheet of ABC Limited. No other information like the additional information is not considered for preparing the statement of changes in working capital. So I will tell you once more. While preparing the statement of changes in working capital, we will consider only the balance sheet, the items given in the balance sheet. We will not consider any additional information while preparing the statement of changes in working capital. So in this balance sheet, for preparing the statement of changes in working capital, we need only certain items. We need only the current assets and current liabilities. The first task is to identify the various current asset items in the balance sheet. So we can see the current assets such as stocks, sundry debtors, bills, receivables and cash will be considered for preparing a statement of changes in working capital. And for current liabilities, we will consider the items such as sundry creditors, bills payable, bank overdraft and provision for taxation. So in preparing the statement of changes in working capital, we will consider only the items which are given in the balance sheet. We will not consider any additional information. Now we will move on to the solution. First, we have to give the table heading, that is statement of changes in working capital of ABC Limited. Now we have to prepare the statement. As I told before, we need to prepare 5 columns. The first column is particulars column. The second column is the previous year, that is the first year's column, that is here it is 2007. The third column is current year's value column, that is 2008. In fourth and fifth column, we will identify the effect of working capital. That means whether there is any increase or decrease in the values. So the fourth column will be increase and fifth column will be decrease. After preparing the table, we will start to enter the data. So in particulars column, the first item should be the current assets. So after writing the heading current asset, we will write the current asset item that we have identified. So the first item is cash. In first year, that is 2007, the total cash is 2500, and for the current year, that is 2008, the total cash has been increased to 2700. So we can see that there is an increase in cash. So this increase has to be marked in changes in working capital under the increase column. So the total increase during the 2008 is rupees 200. Next current asset item is debtors. The first year, the debtors value is rupees 85,175, and in second year, the sundry debtors has decreased to 72,625. So we can see that there is a decrease in total debtors. So that this has to be marked in changes in working capital under the heading decrease. So the decreased value of debtors is 12,550. Next current asset item is bills receivables. So during 2007, the bills receivables is rupees 2,315, and in 2008, the bills receivables has been decreased to 735. So there is a decrease in bills receivables, also to be marked in changes in working capital, and it is rupees 1,580. And last current asset item is stock. So during 2007, 1,11,040, and in 2008 we can see that the stock has been decreased to 97,370. So there is a decrease in stock. So we will mark it in a decrease column. That is 13,670. Now we will find the total current assets. Total current assets. The total current asset for the year 2007 is 2,01,030, and total current asset for the year 2008 is 1,73,430. So we can see that the current has been decreased during the year 2008 while comparing it to 2007. So we will move on to the next item, that is current liability. The first item that comes under current liability is creditors. In 2007, the total value of creditors is 39,500. In 2008, the creditors has been increased to 41,135. So we can see that the creditors has been increased in the year 2008 while comparing it to 2007. We will mark this increased value in the decrease column, that is rupees 1,635. This is because the company has to allot more funds while comparing to 2007 to deal with the creditors. So here it will be under the application of funds. Next item is bills payable. So in 2007, the total bills payable is amounting rupees 33,780, and in 2008 the total bills payable is 11,525. So we can see that there is a decrease in value during the year 2008. So this value has to be marked in the increase column, that is rupees 22,255. This is because the company has to allot a very less amount while comparing it to 2007 value. So the company has an additional amount during the year 2008. So it will come under source of funds. Next current liability item is bank overdraft. So in 2007, the bank overdraft value is 59,510. And in 2008 there is no bank overdraft. So this means that the company does not need to make any additional allotment to meet its bank overdraft during the year 2008. So there is a decrease in value, and this amount is marked in increase column, that is 59,510. The last current liability item is provision for taxation. First year the value is 40,000, and in second year the value is 50,000. We can see that during 2008 the provision for taxation has been increased. The company has to allot an additional amount. So here the current liability has been increased. So it will be marked under the decrease column, because the company has to allot more funds to meet its provision for taxation. during the year 2008. So the increased value, that is rupees 10,000, will be marked under decrease column. Now we can find the total current liabilities. So during the year 2007, the total current liability is 1,72,790. So during the year 2008, the total current liability is 1,02,660. Now we will find the working capital. So current asset minus current liability is the working capital. So during the first year, the current asset value is 2,01,030 plus the first year's current liability value 1,72,790. So the first year, the working capital requirement is 28,250, and we have to find the working capital for the year 2008. So in 2008, the total current asset is 1,73,430 plus the current liability for the year 2008, 1,02,660, 70,770. So here we can see that during the year 2008, the current liability has been increased. There is an increase in working capital. So it has been marked in the statement of changes in working capital. $70,770 plus 28,240. This will be marked in the decrease column. So now we will total each column. So the first 2007, the total will be 70,770. In 2008, it will be 70,770. We also have to find the total value for both increase and decrease column. So the total value for increase column is 81,965, and the total value for the decrease column will be 81,965.